This comes from Justin for All, Clutch the Pearls channel. Brandon Carter is the uh, Sumner County criminal investigator. This says, Good morning, Mr. Carter. I have a question regarding some statements that have been made by Christopher Proudfoot and Seth Rogers. Christopher Proudfoot has stated numerous times that law enforcement instructed him not to release the exact dates that Chris was last at the Proudfoot's home prior to Sebastian going missing. Can you confirm if this is true or not? Is it true that law enforcement's telling Chris that he is not allowed to give those dates? It doesn't make sense that LE would say that, in my opinion. Yet Seth can give very specific information without stating law enforcement told him he's unable to discuss his whereabouts. So, are you guys telling Chris he cannot talk about these things, or is he just blaming law enforcement? It's a fair question. I appreciate an answer to clarify. Brandon writes back, We can't tell anybody not to say anything. The only thing I can say is this is an ongoing criminal investigation. It is the only case I work to present day. Detective Brandon Carter, Sumner County Sheriff's Office, Criminal Investigation Division. She says, Well, thank you. That tells me a lot. It feels good to know that there's someone who is only focused on this one case. I don't believe Chris has a solid alibi. That is something he doesn't like to discuss, so it tells me a lot. I'm trying to stay positive. Thank you guys. Have thank and thank and think that you guys have a good idea of exactly what happened, but you need time and a little more evidence to build a solid case so that the charges stick. Because I know you only get one shot and it needs to be done right. I'm rooting for you. You got this. Thank you so much for working so hard on the case. He writes back, and this is where it got a little weird for me. Due to the need to protect the integrity of the case, we're unable to discuss specific details, which that does make sense. That said, in this situation, I would ask, what do you think makes the most sense? So to me, that's very odd that he would ask this person that if they're not in law enforcement or they're just part of the general public. And I'd love to know what you guys think because that's a pretty interesting statement. That said, in this situation, I would ask, what do you think makes the most sense? Hmm. Tell me what y'all think.